Is it still possible to sell solar in California? This is what we're talking about in this video. Hey, I've had a few requests from people to talk about how do you sell solar now with the NEM 3.0, which stands for Net Metering 3.0, and how do you actually go about selling solar in that state? Because a lot of you have been following me since the days of when I was talking good of California. I was praising the state for being one of my top 3 states in the entire country. And the thing is that tides have turned, things have changed, and the reality is that there's certainly a lot of solar still to be sold in the state of California. The question is, should you even consider it when the whole idea is for you to sell remotely and to choose the best states to get the best bang for your buck? Now, of course, the easiest answer to that question would be, well, if NEM 3.0 is making things hard for everyone to sell solar in California and the competition is fierce and everything else like that, with all the interest rates and dealer fees and things like that, well, just move. You're not confined to the physical location. You're capable of doing remote selling. Now, that would be one of the answers. But what I do want to address is, how do you deal with selling systems still in California? First of all, the first thing I would do is consider the fact NEM 3.0 reduced by 75% the buyback rate, which is the net metering program that used to be 1-for-1 credit. Everyone that signed a contract prior to NEM 3.0 obviously is grandfathered in, and that's the case with every single state. Whenever the state changes its laws regarding the buyback rate of utility companies, the people who close on a deal prior to the change, even if the systems are not installed yet, they get grandfathered in to the original rules of the state when it comes to buying back their power. Now, one of the only possible scenarios when things go to shit like that, just the way they took a shit in California, will be to sell them batteries, because batteries get charged by the system, and then instead of selling back the power back into the grid, they get basically converted into energy and stored within that battery so that the household can run on that energy that is still produced by the system. The only downfall is that to run a household, one battery probably won't cut it. You would probably need 2 batteries, or some household even 3 batteries, to sustain a household for 24 hours until the next day when the battery gets recharged again. And the battery itself adds more cost into the loan. So instead of not having those batteries and just selling the power back into the grid, you're having to now add an additional $20,000 to $25,000 to even $30,000 in batteries just to make solar work. And I'm the first person to tell you this. Even with the cost of the batteries, it still makes sense for a lot of homeowners in California to go solar. So don't be afraid of investing in a couple of batteries. For sure, that's gonna work out. And another solution for navigating around NEM 3.0 would be to just move out of state. Not physically, you can still remain and live in California, but you can sell anywhere else. The second thing that I think you should consider is selling in another state. The biggest sales companies in solar, they sell in states which are not that popular. And some of these states, if I named it out to you, would sound bizarre. But that's exactly how a lot of people in this industry are making money. Don't be afraid of moving out of a state or selling in a different state, because that may well be your ticket to financial freedom and becoming a solar millionaire, if that's your goal. And if you need any help with starting your remote solar sales business, or you need to know how to generate more leads, I'll leave links down in the description below. We have a coaching program that shows you exactly how to generate leads in every single state. And that means is that it doesn't matter what happens in the state that you live in. You don't have to sell in that state. We have a core section of the program that shows you different ways of generating leads and different ways of structuring your business. And on top of that, we have weekly calls with my team that we do to answer all your questions regarding running ads or filling up your calendar with leads. And not only that, but you're also going to be a part of a beautiful, beautiful growing solar community of like-minded solarpreneurs that are thinking exactly on the same frequency as you. Do not be like those dinosaurs and think about knocking doors, because that's not only not going to work long term, but you're also going to beat yourself for not doing what I'm talking about earlier. Or if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Instagram. And if you have any other questions, just put them down in the comments below. I really, really, really appreciate them. And if I believe that the answer to this question could help a lot of people, I'll make sure I answer it in a video format like this. A lot of the topics and things I address on this channel come from from you guys, so I would appreciate if you keep them coming. Now, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.